Codetermination explained. Let's begin. Codetermination refers to cooperation between management and workers in strategic decision-making, especially by the representation of workers on boards of directors. It is a practice where workers of an enterprise have the right to vote for representatives on the board of directors in a company. It also refers to staff having binding rights in work councils on issues in their workplace. It is a system of corporate governance, under which employees of an organization can vote for representatives on its board of directors. It typically requires both a management board and a supervisory board. Employees in the Dent Corporation are not satisfied with the system of codetermination they currently have in their plant, because they do not have any tangible influence on managerial resolutions. This form of codetermination is most likely A. Mixed system, B. Dual system, C. Single tier, D. Quality circles. The answer is A. In the mixed system of codetermination, employee representation exists, but only as advisors in a non-voting capacity. Employees in the Dent Corporation are not satisfied with the system of codetermination they currently have in their plant, because they do not have any tangible influence on managerial resolutions. What form of codetermination would you recommend to solve this problem? A. Consultative committee, B. Dual system, C. Quality circles, D. Works council. The answer is B. In a dual system of codetermination, a supervisory board comprising of both shareholder and employee representatives has the authority to appoint the management board and accept or reject its decisions. There are three models of codetermination: dual system, single-tier system, mixed system. Dual system of codetermination. In this system, there is a supervisory board, as many as half may be workers who can accept or reject management board's decisions, and the typical management board. Single-tier system of codetermination. In this system, there is only one board of directors, which includes employees as members. Mixed system of codetermination. In this system, employee representation exists, but they are only included as advisors, in a non-voting capacity. Here is an example of the dual system of codetermination. Notice that there is both a supervisory board and a board of management. We have over 30 resourceful membership videos to enable success in the HR certification exams. PHR, SPHR, SHRM-CP, SHRM-SCP. Be sure to join the membership of this channel. Click on the Join button today. Here is another example of the dual system of codetermination. Notice that there is both a supervisory board and an executive board of management. Also note that both the shareholders and workers elect members of the supervisory board. This is an example of a dual system or two-tier system of codetermination in Germany. Shareholders and labor elect representatives to the supervisory board. The supervisory board sets dividends, votes on strategy changes, can fire executives and sets executive pay. The executive management board manages day-to-day operations, proposes strategy changes and dividends to the supervisory board. Codetermination topics revolve around issues that affect workers, such as the organization's structure, working conditions, employee relations, working hours, occupational safety and health, HR policies and practices, compensation and benefits. Now for a practice question. A system where a supervisory board oversees and appoints senior management in a corporation is called A. Works council, B. Dual system of codetermination, C. Collective bargaining, D. Mixed system of codetermination. The answer is B. In a dual system, a supervisory board with employee representation has authority to oversee, appoint and accept or reject the management board's decisions. What is codetermination? A. Employee representatives participate in determining the corporate strategy. B. Collective bargaining agreements negotiated in alliance with the employer, works councils and unions. C. Employees and employers have joint equity ownership of business operations and profit. D. An employee-focused practice in Europe where management informs employees about its strategy, objectives, tactics, and action plans. The answer is A. In codetermination, there is a cooperation between management and workers in strategic decision-making, by the representation of workers on boards of directors. Codetermination is used for A. Industrial action. B. Union consultation and employee leadership. C. Industrial democracy. D. Collective bargaining purposes. The answer is C. Industrial democracy is an arrangement which involves workers making decisions, sharing responsibility and authority in the workplace. Codetermination is a form of industrial democracy.
Become a Human Resource Prep member. Membership perks: unlimited PHR, SPHR, SHRM-CP, SHRM-SCP questions, answers, and explanations. In-depth explanations of key terms and concepts for the SHRM-CP, SHRM-SCP, PHR, SPHR exams. Instructional videos on exam resources for the SHRM-CP, SHRM-SCP, PHR, SPHR exams.
Where does codetermination obtain? Most countries with codetermination laws have single-tier board of directors in their corporate law, such as Sweden, France or the Netherlands. A number of countries in Central Europe with codetermination laws, particularly Germany and Austria, have two-tier boards. Codetermination is not required by federal law in the United States. Codetermination is best defined as A. Union-employer cooperation to forestall industrial action. B. Employee representation on a corporation's board. C. Tripartite labor agreements among government, shareholders, and workers. D. Quality circles geared towards increased productivity. The answer is B. Codetermination is best defined as workers' representation on a corporation's board of directors. In which of these countries are codetermination mechanisms most well established? A. United Kingdom. B. Germany. C. Norway. D. France. The answer is B. Codetermination is most well established in Germany. The country has an entrenched law and successful practice of codetermination that allows workers to elect representatives for almost half of the supervisory board of directors.
And with that we come to the end of today's lesson. Check out the description box below for additional resources towards earning the PHR, SPHR, SHRM-CP, and SHRM-SCP. Facebook Practice Group. Class Marker PHR, SPHR, Practice Exams. Books on Amazon. Teachable PHR, SPHR online course. Remember to subscribe and like this video.